No doubt. Yeah, they're two of the best passing teams in the league. The chemistry on both sides is pretty obvious.
And they're also two of the smartest teams. We're not going to see a lot of wasted possessions or careless turnovers here tonight.
Now here's Collier. Pass to McBride. Here's Howard. Ezzy McGregor with the steal. Brown with it. Now guarded by McBride. Now Heidemann. And here's Horston. 5 to shoot. Now Malunga. She's guarded by Williams. Offensive rebound. Here's McGregor. Here's Malunga. And finally, that one's good.
They get the first bucket of the game there.
And this should be a good one, guys. Buckle up your seatbelts.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in this one. Howard, defended by McGregor. The shot by Howard, no good.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Scooped up, McGregor. And that's good. A nice job on the glass, and they pick up the 2 on the second effort. Pass to Williams. The screen by Collier. And Courtney Williams, here we go. It's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
Not messing around, just take it to the hoop strong. At 5'8", Williams is one of the best smaller finishers at the rim in the league.
Now here's McGregor. Guarded closely, and the foul on Williams. That's her first foul. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. 6 to shoot. Pass to McGregor. From outside, off the mark. The Lynx trailing.
In the draft, the Seattle Storm took Dominique Malunga with the second pick.
It was their highest pick since 2016 when they took someone by the name of, I think, Brianna Stewart. That's her name? First overall? Yeah, I'd say that one worked out. The Storm got the 6'6" Malunga, an incredible prospect from France. She's got such a bright future.
And here's Heidemann. Pass to Malunga.
Great pass to set up the land.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Collier outside. The three-pointer, no good. Now here's Brown. She's guarded by Williams. That one falls.
Just the way they wanted, within touching distance of the rim.
And here are the Lynx now. They trail by 6. Pass to McBride. In the booth with Tim Swartz.
This is my kind of basketball, fellas. Both of these teams make their mark on the defensive end of the floor.
The game is played at both ends, and great scoring will only get you so far. These teams have a firm understanding of that.
And for teams that are committed to winning, it's understood that locking in on defense
From gorgeous Seattle, Washington, I'm Blake.
Hope you guys brought your seatbelts. These teams fly up and down the floor.
I'm strapped in. I locked it in. I'm ready to go. This is a matchup I've been looking forward to. I love these fast-paced ones.
Yeah, me too. But the big question is, who can slow the other one down? I also think dictating the pace is going to be key right here. They were ready for her there. I mean, just totally collapsed the D on her.
Williams can't get it to go. Seattle with the ball. Horston with it. Screen by Magbagor. Over Howard. Magbagor, no good. Outside Williams. Pass to McBride. Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls it. And the basket by Collier.
She will make you throw your hands up as a defender. It just frustrates you because you just don't know how to play her.
Now here's Brown. Magbagor, guarded by Howard. The shot's good.
While not letting the physical defense deter her, Magbagor plays with such tenacity.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Now here's Williams. Pass to Collier. Horston with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy because 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup.
Count that one.
You know, she might be 5'8", but Williams has tons of different ways to finish at the hoop. Hard to stop.
Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Great open look there.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Pass to McBride. The kick out to Williams. Howard the screen. Williams can't get it to go.
Even without that 3-ball dropping for her, the defense should have done way more on that last play.
Yeah, I mean, the D's got to be better as a coach. You can't stand seeing her having that much space to get her shot off. When you defend the pick and roll, if Magbagor is the screener, it is really tough to contain.
And when you watch Ezi Magbagor, her defense is what stands out to me, fellas.
A perennial all-defensive team member, Ezi is long at 6'4" and defends with effort. Don't you dare sleep on her offense, though. It continues to get better with each year.
Back to Collier. 2 on the clock. Drops it in from 11 feet.
Well, it's a player who does use the mid-range. It's part of what makes Collier difficult to defend. She can score from everywhere on the offensive end.
Malonga sets a screen.
Down low. And stolen by Collier. Williams. The three-pointer off the mark. Lexi Brown on the wing. McBride covering.
Pass to Horston.
And stolen by Collier. And there it is.
A do-it-all player. I mean, inside, outside. Collier can score from anywhere on the floor.
Now Heidemann. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game. Clock at 6. Magbagor. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
One of the blockbuster trades in recent WNBA history, Seattle trading Jewel Lloyd away in a 3-team deal.
Yeah, Jewel going to Los Angeles after 10 seasons and 5 All-Star appearances with the Storm. Seattle ends up with the 2nd pick in the 2025 draft and a 2026 first as well. That's a great haul if you ask me.
And she makes the first.
You look at someone like Ezi Magbagor, a modern big, length defensively, can hit jumpers, just so talented.
And that's good as she hits both shots.
When it comes to winning, few do it better than this Lynx franchise.
Yeah, I mean, look, from 2011, one losing season in Minnesota, come on. It feels like they're always a contender. And a lot of that comes down to coaching. This team is always prepared.
Seattle leading. Here's Heidemann. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Pass to Magbegor. Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Now Brown. This one for three. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Collier outside. Here's Williams. The three is up.
The rebound by Malunga.
She's been struggling big time in this quarter, guys.
She really has tightened up. I'm just not seeing any flow to her game right now.
Here's Heidemann. Back to Magbegor. Makes it off the glass.
I like how Magbegor picks her spots on offense, knows when to look to score inside.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, it's been a long time without a bucket. Focus.
Howard can't get it to go.
So hard not to go for it, and you see the chance for an alley-oop.
Yeah, temptation got the best of her there. You know a thing or two about that, right, Tim?
Now here's Magbegor. Pass to Heidemann. Lets it go from deep. It's good. And the assist that time from Ezzy Magbegor.
Nice awareness there by Magbegor, finding her open teammate for the bucket.
Now Collier, defended by Magbegor. And here's Heidemann. Pass to Magbegor. Horston, screened by Magbegor. Horston with it. Now guarded by Collier. And here's Horston. Here's Brown. They get it again. Here's Malunga. Off to a good start as she hits her first shot attempt.
They've come into this game with a very aggressive approach. Pounding the ball inside, and it's working.
Yeah, it sure is working, Tim. And they're finding the open lanes to the hoop and just owning this game early on.
What a start.
It's stolen by Magbegor. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Now Heidemann. Here's Malunga. That one goes in.
And they've made one bucket after another since getting this game started. I wonder if this is the early stages of a blowout.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet, Tim. I wouldn't go that far, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Now here's Williams. Back to Collier. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Minnesota. And it's the Storm with the ball. Leading by 12. Magbegor. McBride covering. A nice shot by Magbegor.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're still in the first quarter.
And it hasn't been just about their scoring, Tim. They're playing tremendous defense, too.
Well, Brian, you got to give it up for the coach as well. This game plan has been perfect.
Now here's Williams. To the paint. Collier. Yes, and it's Courtney Williams with the assist that time.
More of a scoring guard than a point guard. Williams is still a good passer. Nice to see her share the wealth.
Pass to Heidemann. Screen by Magbegor. Inside.
Now here's Malunga. Well, at the 2024 games in Paris, Dominique Malunga helped France capture silver.
Yeah, at just 18 years old, she was a key part of that France team. That performance, a big reason why she went so high in the draft.
The first free throw is good.
Another great draft class this season. Tim, any thoughts on these rookies?
Yeah, I really like them. It's a great group. They have so much skill. But one thing I'll say, just to keep in mind for everybody, let's give them a couple of seasons before we rush to major judgments.
Well, I agree with you, Tim. And how's that for a change? But seriously, we've seen players struggle as rookies and then turn into stars. So really, it just takes time to become a great WNBA player.
Here's Caldwell.
Back to Collier. Three-pointer. Again, Nafisa Collier missing.
Malunga outside. Heidemann. Malunga sets a screen.
To the inside. Williams with the steal.
Pass to Juhas.
Kicks it out to Collier.
Caldwell.
And it's off from three-point range. Here's Melbourne. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Screen by Magbagor. Out to the wing. From past the arc. And Collier pulls it down.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
To the middle. It's intercepted. Here's Heidemann. Covered by Collier. Pass to Melbourne. Now Heidemann. To the inside. 5 to shoot. Yep, that goes.
Another bucket for Magbagor. She's feeling it tonight. They have to continue to run offense for her.
Now Caldwell.
To end the drought. She squares up and sinks it.
And here's Heidemann.
Pass to Melbourne. Here's Magbagor. To the wing on the left. There's the three. And it's Collier with the rebound. And here are the Lynx now. Trailing by 13.
A shot by Caldwell, no good.
It's 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Magbagor with the ball. 12 points for her. Down low. From deep three-point range, domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Storm out in front. They lead by 13. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And welcome back. It's been all one-way traffic through the first as the second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Storm team out there.
I like what we're seeing for them, going right at the basket. Tons of points down there in the paint.
They've been the aggressor early, attacking the hoop and getting in the paint.
Here's Melbourne. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
Pass to Cook.
Shoots the three. Rebound by the Lynx. And so off the tip, it's Seattle. Here's Heidemann. And they call an illegal screen here.
The 2025 draft class is loaded. So give me your guys' favorite pick.
I'm going with the easy answer. The first pick, Paige Beckers. I mean, we're talking about a generational talent. And I like her ability to control the game, score it, and set others up.
Yeah, I'll go with Beckers too. I mean, she was the #1 recruit out of high school with so much attention on her over her 5 collegiate years. I would say it's pretty obvious that Paige is ready for the limelight.
Here's Heidemann.
Pass to Horston.
The three, it's good, and she makes her first shot of the game.
And when she's shooting it with conviction, Horston, really dangerous.
Collier outside. From outside, off the mark. Here's Seattle.
And here's Heidemann. Screen by Magbegor. Here's Horston. Over to the left wing. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Clock at 4. Here's Brown. That 3 off the mark. First quarter and about a minute and a half in. McBride. It's rebounded by Seattle. Now Heidemann. Pass to Magbegor. Horston. Screen by Magbegor. And the foul on Williams. That's her first foul. And here's Brown. Magbegor, guarded by Howard. They get it back. Pass to Horston. Five on the clock. Now Heidemann launches a 3. Rebounded by Nafisa Collier. The drive by Kayla McBride. Basket good.
Crisp pass into the paint.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
Here's Heidemann. Pass to Magbegor.
Shot clock at 6. For 3.
And it's Collier with the rebound.
The Lynx leading.
Lots to love about Nafisa Collier and her game. What do you like the most, though, Tim?
As you said, Blake, there is a lot of things that Nafisa does very well. I mean, she can score, rebound, defend, play make. Collier's ability to do it all, be versatile, that's my favorite.
Here's Heidemann.
Pass to Brown. Here's Magbegor. Good D by Natasha Howard.
Such tough defense there against one of the better finishers in the game.
Outside Williams. McBride. Howard, defended by Magbegor. Pass to Collier. Lets it fly from 18. And she gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Yeah, when Nafisa Collier, a player that chips in everywhere, including the mid-range.
Now Heidemann. Back to Magbegor.
It's stolen by Natasha Howard. Collier right side. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And their lead takes another little bump up.
Yeah, their lead is increasing, and they've got to be feeling better and better about the way this game is playing out.
Now here's Malunga.
No scoring yet from her, but that's likely to change. And again, it's the Storm missing. Pass to Williams. Now here's McBride. Howard. That's her second shot and her second basket. My math says that's 2 for 2.
The attacking mindset of Howard. When she gets a good look inside, she doesn't pass it up.
Pass to Magbegor. Malunga sets a screen. Here's Heidemann. Back to Magbegor.
No good. Had a chance to end the run there. And here's Williams.
And stolen by Horston. Pass to Heidemann. Here's Malunga.
She's guarded by Williams.
Malunga with it.
Williams there. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession, so we'll have a jump ball. And they turn it over. 24-second buzzer signaling the shot clock violation. The Lynx making a switch here.
Williams with it. She hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Pass to McBride. 6 to shoot. Buries it down low.
And there are more points onto an early lead that just keeps on growing.
And a nice lead it is, and it's no mystery how they've done it. They are attacking that bucket.
Now here's Magbagor. Back to Malunga. Horston does not find the hole, her second miss, and she is now 1 for 3. Pass to Williams. Now Uhas. Malunga covering. Now here's McBride. Inside. Ezzy Magbagor, nice defense. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Parked down low that time and got hit with the 3-second call. Pass to Collier. Uhas. The rebound by Malunga.
And she doesn't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions.
Horston. Now here's Brown. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. And with an eye to the future, how do you guys like the direction of the game?
Oh, I love it. Every year we're seeing more and more skilled players. And as an added bonus, the pace keeps getting faster.
Oh, no doubt. We're in the golden age of the W. The level of play is incredible, and it just keeps on getting better.
First free throw is good.
You look at someone like Ezzy Magbagor, a modern big, length defensively, can hit jumpers, just so talented.
And she makes both free throws. The Lynx with the lead. Collier outside. Right side, Williams. Collier inside. Horston defending. Collier gets the bucket.
It's been a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. This is the start that coaches dream of.
Here's Heidemann. Quiet so far offensively, searching for first points of the game.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Way too many.
The Storm making a switch here. Now Williams. Pass to Caldwell. Here's Collier. Great defense that time from Katie Lou. And it's the Storm with the ball. They trail by 11. And here's Heidemann. The 3-ball nailed from three-point land.
That type of D, it's just not going to cut it. They got to get a hand in her face. Too good of a shooter.
Pass to Caldwell. Basket counts.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter for them offensively.
Yeah, but they can't sit back. They need to keep the pressure on the defense and really try to put this one away early.
Great point, Brian. You have to continue to build on this lead.
Here's Melbourne. Clock at 6. Now Magbagor. It's Katie Lou on the wing. Here's Heidemann. No good from outside. Got the defender off her feet with the pump fake, but just couldn't knock it down. Pass to Williams. And here's Uhas. Malunga covering. Here's Collier. Score the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7.
Looking real comfortable attacking around the rim. If you give Collier the rock anywhere near the basket, she's not going to disappoint.
Now here's McGregor. To the left wing. Samuelson outside. From downtown, Minnesota grabs the miss. And here's Williams. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Pass to Caldwell. Great defense that time from Katie Lou.
What an incredible run by the Lynx to the 2024 WNBA Finals.
Winning a clutch Game 5 against Connecticut in the semifinals and taking the liberty to 5 in the finals. That deciding game went to overtime, and the Lynx were pretty much one play away from winning it all.
Now here's Collier. 10 points for her. 14 feet out. A nice shot there by Caldwell. Here's Heidemann. Malunga outside. Magdagor. Malunga sets a screen. Yes, and it's Magdagor who gets the assist.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Pass to Uhas. Here's Caldwell. Defended by Magdagor. 18 feet out. Does not find the basket. Her third miss, and she's just made 1 thus far. And here's Melbourne. Now Heidemann. She got it up in time, but it couldn't fall for her. And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. The Lynx on top. They're up by 10. And the second quarter is on the way when we return. Well, not exactly a neck-and-neck game, but as the second quarter starts, there is plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Lynx, what's your take so far?
A lot of shots in close from them early. Good sign.
It's a lot easier to get buckets inside, and they've done that through 1.
Collier, that's good.
Well, anytime she steps out there, Napheesa Collier, a threat to drop 20 or more, she is on one tonight.
Samuelson outside. Pass to Melbourne. Holmes. It's Stephanie Dolson, high post. And it's Collier with the rebound. Here's Minnesota. It falls for her 7th bucket of the contest. She's 7 for 9 today.
Her stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shots are falling for her.
Pass to Dolson. Melbourne. To the paint. Stolen by Coffey. And here comes the break. Here's Caldwell. With the second effort. Collier can't get it to go. Inside, Melbourne. She's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That pass into the paint was dead on target.
Here's Caldwell. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. McBride. For 3, Napheesa Collier. Another miss by Napheesa Collier.
You don't want to give up that kind of look often.
They're very lucky they didn't get burned.
Here's Cook. McBride covering. Samuelson outside. And a miss there on the triple. To the inside. Uhas, that's good.
Well, when Uhas gets that kind of positioning inside, she usually makes the most of it.
And they've been looking at a sink offensively.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Dolson. Out of bounds, it'll be Lynx ball. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second period. Coffee outside. Back to McBride. From outside the arc. And it's Dolson with the rebound. Here's Seattle. 15-point game. Pass to Brown. Samuelson.
She's guarded by Samuelson.
And the basket by McBride.
Well, McBride saw the steal and got way ahead of the play to finish off the break.
One thing this team loves about Natasha Howard, she's a winning player.
In one point in her career, she won 3 of 4 titles with 2 different teams. And she's a former Defensive Player of the Year, plays the game with serious effort.
Dolson's shot's good.
A myriad of moves and ways to score inside. Dolson is excellent close to the basket.
Coffee outside. Pass to McBride. Down low. Howard, that's good.
Oh, man, she is so good at making those lead passes.
Now a timeout called by Seattle.
And we've had this new playoff format for a few years now. How are you guys liking it?
I love it. I think it's great. You know, the 1-18 bracket, I think that's great. We really get to see the best 2 teams in the final. It doesn't matter if they're in the East or the West.
And I was a fan of the new best-of-3 first-round series. We used to have those one-game winner-take-all rounds. I like that they expanded the total number of games in the postseason.
Brown up top. She's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Pass to Horston.
Expanding her range. And it's Courtney Williams with the rebound. So the Lynx now. Their defense has allowed only 4 points in the quarter.
Yuha sets the screen.
Here's Williams. Again, Minnesota.
Feels like the rest of the basketball has forgotten about the mid-range game, not Williams. She still uses this part of the court.
Back to Dolson. And out of bounds, the Lynx will take it. Both teams will make substitutions. Minnesota dominating the game. Pass to Williams. Howard. Now here's McBride. She's covered by Brown. McBride misses. Dolson up top, guarded by Howard. Now Heidemann. Now here's Brown. And again, it's the Storm missing. Outside Williams.
Uhas.
Pass to Howard. Courtney Williams for 3. The three-pointer is on target.
You know, there are certain players who shoot much better off a pass. Williams is one of them. Allows her to set her feet.
Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. And here's Brown. Shot to end the cold run. The offensive rebound. Malunga. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
Coach has always told me that if you battle for offensive rebounds, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like she got there.
Pass to Caldwell. Collier, Horston defending. Courtney Williams for three. Knocks down the three ball.
You know, some players you can give that shot to, but let me be clear. She is not one of them. Terrible job by the defense.
Now Heidemann. Screen by Magbagor. To the middle. Great pass to set up the land.
I like how Magbagor picks her spots on offense, knows when to look to score inside.
Outside Howard. Pass to Caldwell. It's Nia Coffey on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Magbagor grabs the miss.
Nice play on D, got that hand in her face, and it prevented an easy look.
Exactly. She was alert and aware, and really just reacted quickly to that shot.
And the Lynx pushing it up now. Here's Natasha Howard for three. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Horston with it. Pass to Brown. Heidemann. Here's Magbagor. Defended by Coffey. Back to Brown. Lets it go. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Outside Williams. Down low. And that one's good. Collier.
How about that shot going in for Collier? Looked like the contact might disrupt her. Guess it didn't.
Pass to Magbagor. And again, it's the Storm missing. And here are the Lynx now. Here's Williams. Horston with the rebound.
You just assume she's going to knock those down when she's as open as she was there.
Pass to Magbagor. Misses the three. Minnesota dominating the game. Here's Coffey. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
And hey, Coffey can make this shot, especially when given room.
And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
Here's Collier. Magbagor grabs the miss. Pass to Heidemann. Now here's Magbagor. Inside. Lays it up and banks it in.
When you defend the pick and roll, if Magbagor is the screener, it is really tough to contain.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Here's Caldwell. She's covered by Brown. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Collier. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Magbagor with the ball. Coffey covering. Screen by Magbagor. And here's Heidemann. Here's Malunga. And Collier pulls it down. Left side, Williams. Collier. Pass to Caldwell. Back to Collier. Hits it from the high post.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Now here's Magbagor. She's got 8. Pass to Brown. Three-pointer. Gets a three-pointer to fall.
You just can't let Brown get her feet set. Shoot comfortably off the pass. She will bury those all night.
To the inside. Here's Howard.
The rebound by Malunga.
1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Brown. To the paint. Tipped. Courtney Williams for 3. Oh, and she just knocked down the buzzer beater. Wow.
She ends the quarter with a money 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They knew exactly what they wanted to do there, and the timing couldn't have been better.
You just can't end a quarter better than that.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Lynx on top, opening a huge gap. And we will see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball in just a bit. Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far.
You know, Nafisa Collier has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, double-double already. I mean, this sort of energy, it really just energizes your whole team.
Yeah, this has been so much fun to watch. The way she's impacted the game in a bunch of different ways. It's going to be hard to slow her down.
Pass to McBride. Outside Williams.
Collier, Horston defending.
Shot clock at 6. The 19-foot shot. Magbagor grabs the miss. And it's the Storm with the ball.
And the 2024 Defensive Player of the Year, Nafisa Collier.
And what's great about her winning the award, Collier does her defense with positioning and reading the game. At 6'1", she's got unique traits for a DPOY.
To the inside. And a foul called on the shot. Got her on the way up that time, so she'll shoot 2.
Well, there's the physicality of Natasha Howard. When she's aggressive, it makes the defense compromise on the way up.
She misses the free throw.
And the two-way game of Howard is impressive. A legitimate offensive threat who also defends with tenacity.
And she's good on the second. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pass to Heidemann. Screen by Magbagor. Inside. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. And they're on the break. Oh, there's the alley.
It's tipped.
Well, with Horston's ability to play the guard or forward position, it makes her that much tougher on the defensive end.
Brown. No good on the three. From 17 feet out. And again, no good by Minnesota. Pass to Heidemann. Horston. It's good on the putback.
Gritty effort right there. I love seeing guards like Horston hit the offensive glass.
Collier left side. And that one's good.
The defense pretty much helpless to stop that layup. Just too much of a mismatch in terms of height.
Pass to Magbegor. Screen by Magbegor. Down low. And she floats it in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Keeping her head on a swivel, Horston enjoys setting up her teammates.
Now McBride. She's covered by Brown. Back to Collier. Howard the screen. Just 5 on the clock. It's rebounded by Seattle. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Lexi Brown on the wing. McBride covering. Here's Heidemann. Here's Horston. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Look at Horston getting aggressive inside, working for the high percentage look.
Pass to Williams. And here's McBride. From deep. She gets that one.
A team-oriented leader with a passion for making others better. McBride is simply a fantastic teammate.
Seattle calls timeout. Now Magbegor. She's got 10. Screen by Magbegor. She lobs up the alley-oop pass. It's stolen by Howard. To the middle. Here's Williams. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Storm. A difficult situation for Seattle. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Horston with it. She has 7. 6 to shoot. Three-pointer Magbegor. Ball's knocked loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Lynx ball. And here's McBride. Pass to Williams. Williams sets the screen. McBride outside. The three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Can score from anywhere on the court, and McBride has really taken on that alpha personality type.
Now here's Brown. Heidemann. And it's Malunga with the foul. That's her first foul. And here are the Lynx now. Collier outside. The screen by Collier. And the layup's good off the glass.
the catalyst of the team. McBride is dependent on for buckets, and I'll tell you, she usually delivers.
Here's Heidemann.
To stop the run, and she lays it up and in.
And just a huge hole in the defense, and she didn't waste any time going through it.
Pass to McBride. Back to Collier. There's the triple.
And it's hauled in by Magbagor.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time. The D got lucky.
Now here's Horston.
She has 7.
Pass to Heidemann.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brown. Let's go with a 3. Natasha Howard pulls it in. Collier outside. Now Williams. Now here's Howard. She has 7. McBride. The three-pointer off the mark.
I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Looked good here, too. I'm as shocked as you.
Here's Heidemann.
5 points in the game. Pass to Magbagor. Over Howard. Magbagor, no good. So the Lynx now. Collier outside. McBride. Outside Williams.
And stolen by Horston.
Some tough offensive sets, and they really want to turn it around.
They got to lock in and need a basket just to regain some momentum.
Here's Malunga.
Lexi Brown on the wing. Screen by Magbagor. To the inside. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
And this is how effective Magbagor can be. All about getting into a rhythm.
Outside Williams.
Pass to Uhas. Over Malunga.
And again, no good by Minnesota. Here's Melbourne. She's guarded by Williams.
Malunga sets a screen.
Down low. And the first one falls for her. That one misses. Here's Minnesota.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
To stop the drought. Drained for 2 points.
She's their go-to scorer, and when she shoots the ball like she has today, that is what the scoreboard usually looks like.
And a key member of the 2024 Minnesota team that went to the finals, Courtney Williams.
She was top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting that season, was Minnesota's 3rd leading scorer on that playoff run, showed some serious two-way guard abilities.
Now here's Williams. 13 points in this game. Count that bucket.
That's a strong, strong move by Uhas.
Seattle with the ball. Pass to Magbagor.
Horston.
Screen by Magbagor. Stolen by Coffey. And the Lynx pushing it up now. Here's Williams. And a missed layup. And it's the Storm with the ball.
Magbagor, covered by Collier. The basket counts and one. She'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. The Storm making a switch here. Now Williams. Screen by Coffee. Puts up the three. And it's Seattle with the rebound. And here's Melbourne. Pass to Magbagor. And again, it's the Storm missing. Collier left side. Here's Williams. Yes, and it's Nafisa Collier picking up the assist.
Such a dynamo offensively. Williams, a very streaky scorer. Once she makes a couple of baskets, watch out.
Now here's Magbagor. She's got 17. Count the basket.
You know, you simply cannot say enough about her individual performance so far, even if the all-around team effort has been lacking.
Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. Here's Caldwell. McBride outside. Pass to Collier. The shot's good. Kayla McBride making the play.
Just no hesitation going up with it. Collier's confidence is what allows her to drain quick shots.
Holmes, defended by Coffee. And it's Holmes missing. McBride outside. Juhas, that's good.
With strong court vision and awareness, McBride is able to read defenses and find the open teammate.
Here's Heidemann. She's got 5. Melbourne sinks the triple.
Yeah, you might not think of her as a true ace from three-point range, but the shot was there for her.
Now Caldwell. Pass to Collier. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Samuelson outside. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and game clock. It's Melbourne. And it's Collier with the rebound. McBride outside. Caldwell. To the paint. Samuelson with the steal. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Lynx on top, delivering the blowout. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the 4th quarter of action when we return. And And we're getting underway in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things can change. Here's Melbourne. And here's Heidemann. Inside, here's Samuelson. And she uses the glass on the layup.
Great job by Samuelson, taking contact, still finishing.
Williams with it. To the paint. Here's Howard. It's good. The assist that time from Courtney Williams.
Well, that pick, it worked like a charm. A nice job taking it right to the tin for the layup.
Pass to Dolson. Shoots over Uhas. And it's Dolson missing.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that.
She's got to just use her head because that was a terrible choice.
Now here's Williams. And it's Minnesota scoring again.
So much action these days out of the pick and roll. Williams is made for this type of basketball. A slick dribbling and good decision-making player.
Coffee outside. Pass to Caldwell. Here's Williams. Now here's Howard. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Uhas. And good work on the boards, and they pick up the second chance points.
And Uhas is a fighter. She takes pride in hitting the glass and coming up with second chance opportunities.
Pass to Heidemann. But they get it back. And here's Samuelson, defended by Coffee. And the Storm miss again. Here's Caldwell. And here's Williams. Here's the three. A rebound by Holmes. To the middle. Dolson, shot's good.
Don't need much range to hit from that distance.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed by now here in the fourth quarter. And stolen by Dolson. Now Melbourne. Well-timed pass and goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That pass led her so perfectly, she didn't even have to break stride.
Coffee outside. Now here's Williams. Clock at 6. And it's Dolson with the rebound. Pass to Heidemann. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Now here's Dolson. She's guarded by Williams. Dolson's shot's good.
She had her head on a swivel and was able to still pick out the pass and get the assist.
Coffee outside. Back to Williams. Takes the three. That shot is good, and she has made 8 while only missing 4. That's 67% shooting. Here's Heidemann. She's guarded by Williams. Pass to Samuelson. Here's Dolson. Here's Heidemann. Offline with the 3.
Hard to figure out why she didn't bury that one. Not a defender near her.
Now Howard. That's tipped. Samuelson with the steal. To the inside. And she drops in the layup off glass.
Nice awareness by Samuelson, working the ball around.
Now a timeout called by Minnesota.
Yeah, coach wants to get everybody on the same page out there and maybe change up some things as well.
Yeah, that's probably a good timeout. You might as well talk things through.
And kind of change that game plan as well.
So the Lynx now. Collier, covered by Collier. Here's the break. Pass to Heidemann. Screen by Magbegor. 6 on the shot clock.
On the wing, Jordan Horston.
Brown. Kept alive. Yes, it's good.
That's a great play on the glass, and for her, it's what really we expect from her. All her second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Collier.
Juhas.
Off target with the 3. Now here's Brown. She's covered closely. And here's Heidemann. Pass to Magbegor. And here's Heidemann. Here's Malunga. Soft touch off the glass.
I know it's getting late, guys, but there's hope for them now. When really, a little while ago, it looked like all hope was lost.
I just wonder if maybe they left it until too late. They finally started to make things happen, but at this point, they need to be just about perfect the rest of the way.
But at least they've given themselves a shot.
Now here's Brown. Here's Heidemann. Pass to Magbegor. Here's Brown. Defended by Coffey. Now here's Horston. Over Collier.
Horston, no good.
Down low. And that one's good. Coffey.
Well, we hear a lot about Coffey's excellent footwork, and that's what it takes to make those kinds of finishes. Footwork and balance.
Here's Heidemann.
Horston with it.
It's tipped. Collier outside. To the middle.
Juhas.
The kick out to Williams. Off target from 3-point range.
They had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often.
Here's Heidemann.
Pass to Horston.
Just 5 to shoot. Magbegor shoots over Coffey. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Collier up top.
On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Back to Collier. From the arc. Doesn't go for her. And the Storm with possession. To the inside. Stolen by Nia Coffey. Courtney Williams for 3.
The rebound by Malunga.
Pass to Heidemann.
Malunga.
It's Ezi Magbegor, high post. Count it.
Well, things are finally coming together for them. The deficit's still pretty big, but at least they're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, and facing that kind of deficit, they're going about it the right way. They're getting aggressive on defense, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
At least now they're playing good basketball.
Here's Coffey. Off target from outside. Now Brown. Pass to Magbegor. It's in, and she's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. Time called here. The Lynx decide to talk it over. here's Williams. Back to Collier. Puts up a three. Hits it from three-point range.
They come out of halftime smoking hot from beyond the arc.
Yeah, and as hot as they are from out there, there's absolutely no reason not to just keep letting them fly.
I agree, Brian. They should all have the green light.
Now here's Horston.
Brown
Pass to Malunga.
goes back up. Williams with the double team.
Malunga shot is off.
Now Collier. Back to Williams. The tray. Storm with the rebound.
And she's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. And with time running out, I think it's time for her to try something else.
Pass to Heidemann. To the paint. Magdagor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Oh, it's a good thing she showed up today because without her, they'd be in deeper trouble.
Here's Caldwell.
Collier. And here's Williams. Back to Collier. Magdagor grabs the miss.
Horston with it.
Juhas is there. And it's blocked!
Such a versatile defender. Juhas affects each game with her shot blocking ability.
Pass to Caldwell.
Williams. For three, Nafisa Collier. That one is off.
Here's Horston.
Magdagor. She's covered by Brown.
And here's Caldwell. On the wing, Courtney Williams.
Now here's Collier. Back to Williams. Over Malunga. It's deflected. And they get it back. Pass to Collier. Fires the three. The shot that time not on target. Brown with it. So we see the Lynx taking the W here. And this crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
Boy, I mean, for us too, it was shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the type of win they had tonight.
That'll do it for our broadcast, everyone.